Hello, people of the world. Today I'm reviewing the Lego Dreamzzz Nightmare Shark Ship. So I think that's what the name of the set is. I always forget the names of sets. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the set, Nightmare Shark Ship. That sounds right. Anyways, let's get to the minifigures. This is the first Dreamzzz set I reviewed. Probably the only one I'll get from the first wave. I'm contemplating getting that alligator car one. Anyways, let's get to the minifigures. If I remember correctly, this guy's name is Mateo. And this blob thing he has on a string is named Z-Blob. I believe this is the first time they've printed a Baraki eye. They put eyes on it. But that's gonna annoy me so much at some point when I'm building something and I'm looking for a green eye and I pull it out and then it has printing on it and I can't find another one. I already know what that's gonna annoy me. He has a pencil here, or what's designed to be a giant pencil. I'm not sure if that and that orangish color is a new recolor or not. It might be though. He has a new hairpiece which is printed with green goo, which is also like around his eye and stuff. And then he has another face. New cape piece, very like flexible fabric. Interesting mold. Then he has a utility belt from the Lego Batman movie sets. And then yeah, you can see all this printing there. The next character, if I remember correctly, her name is Izzy. She has this new sword mold that I love. I wanted to get this in so many color combinations. It has a stud hole on one side, but what annoys me so much is that there's this hole in the bottom, but nothing connects into that hole. They could have so easily made this like a stud or like lightsaber bar type hole, but they didn't, and I don't know why, and that annoys me so much because I can't make like a spear out of this. But other than that, she has this cool hairpiece. I don't know if the mold is new, but the coloring definitely is, as you can see. And there's her face, an alternate face. The Praetorian Guard armor in this like lavender color is new. You can see her torso print there. That she has this waist cape piece along with dual molded legs. Also, the other guy had dual molded legs. And then, to be completely honest, I don't know this character's name, and I got this set over 3 months ago, and so I don't remember what her name said on the box. I think it started with an N, but I might be wrong. Anyways, yeah. Sleeping face. So she's like asleep, and there's like a bed in there, and it's supposed to like, oh, the shark like ate her, or it's like keeping her prisoner or whatever, and so she's wearing pajamas. Anyways, then we have the Nightmare King. He also has that new molded sword piece with an eye stuck to it. There's eyes everywhere in this. Like even the eye on his torso, eye on his helmet. This is also a cool headpiece. It's like rags stitched together with this big crown on top. Then he has this cool rubbery cape that has like bending, or like it's tattered, but it's morphing into these like shadowy monster faces. And he has alternate head that looks like very mummy-esque, like it's tattered and wrapped up. And you can see all this printing. Then you get these two, I forget what people have been calling them, but I know there's some name people come up with for these tiny figures. I know this one, the character is named Susan. I forget the name of the other one, but anyways, for Susan, you have these new recolor of the bat wings in this transparent pink, along with this cool, really cool new headpiece. I'm pretty sure it's new. It reminds me a lot of the like ghostly leg torso piece that shows up for, well, I guess there's two different versions, or like ghost legs, but this fits with either of them. Either the like original like one from like season 5 Ninjago, or the one that was used for like Mysterio and also used in Hidden Side. I guess both legs were used in Hidden Side. But like the one that was like bluish for like the main villain, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, she also has a fork. Then these like Monkey Kid magenta horns. And that's not what those horns are from, but they're from that color from Monkey Kid. Then this face print with just covered in eyes, which I feel like if you combined that with an old Atlantis head, like those like shark mouths and then just eyes inside the mouth, that would look really cool. And this other dude uses a Thanos head to just be a bomb, but like it's kind of hard to tell on camera because it's kind of dark in here, but here, I'll use my phone as a flashlight to light it up a little bit. You can see the like printing down the sides of his face make his mouth almost structured like a whale. At least I see it like that. So he's like both a sperm whale, bomb head thing. And I think that's a cool little combination of characters, and it goes well with the boat motif, having this like bomb whale guy. Anyways, onto the ship. There are two versions of this. There's this version, and then there's an alternate build, because all the Dreamzzz have alternate builds. Alternate build is like a big truck. So we'll cut to that after I go over this part, but they're mostly the same. It's just the like sails and engines and the wings are like flipped around. Anyways, we'll start the head of the ship and move along. So the front, something just, oh no, there's something, okay. So that's not what I meant to do. There's an adjustable mast, and then this little, actually it's not a mast, what's this called? I forget what this thing is called. Anyways, you have one of those, it's adjustable, and there's a lantern hanging off of it. And then, as you saw a moment ago, this whole section lifts up and down. You can see, like, how this is, like, broken up, separated there. It's separated for the purpose of the function to work, but I think it just looks cool as if this is, like, a broken apart shipwreck that's been stuck onto the shark. But anyways, you can make the head go up and down by turning, actually, that's the wrong one, this is the right one. Sorry, there's a valve on the valve on this side kicks the head up and down, and I just broke the wing off. So you rotate this, it has like rubber pieces in there, and a Technic piece that hits the rubber. It brings the head up. If you actually look close enough, I'm trying to find a sufficient way to lift this up. If you do this, you can see the Technic piece spinning through there, and you can see the rubber piece is this black part right there where my thumb is pointing to. And so when you turn it, here, hold on, let me switch hands. When you turn it, it pushes that rubber piece up. And so it looks like the jaw is opening and closing. Also, I really like the plain yellow eye. I love the plain singular colored eyes on things. It looks very ghost-like. And the other side of the function is, well, you see in here is a grappling hook. You can pull that out, and it's almost like it's simultaneously the shark's tongue, but it's also the ship's anchor. So you can like have that hang down, either it hooks onto something or someone grabs onto that. And when you turn this gear, it slurps the anchor back in like a tongue. Anyways, so yeah, that's the front of up here. Also, it's like, I don't know what the deal with this Technic stuff is, because it seems like it's a banister, but this also seems like a banister, so not really sure exactly what's going on up there, but we'll ignore it. Anyways, move further down, there's two turrets on either side with a stud, so you can stand the little tiny people on there to swivel back and forth and fire. And then there's an open spot in the ground there that you can lift back. It's not like a trapdoor or anything, it's just you lift it back. It's a hatch that goes down to the bottom. So, go to the bottom, there are these wings. They're maneuverable around both sides. Now when you get down here, move the wings out of the way. And there are ribs you can lift up. They're like brick ribs long too, but these are like 3 on either side you can actually lift up. And there's the bed down there, so you can put your kidnapped child in there. And there's like a painting back there. Is there a painting on? No, there's just a painting on the one side of the Nightmare King. Kind of hard to see, but I need some water. Sorry, my throat gets dry real fast. Anyways, so here's that. You can see the rib detail goes all the way down to the tail. Oh, over here we'll just stop at the tail briefly. Moves up and down here. There's a ball joint on this side with 2 more wings. Now these engines have this new piece sticking out. Like, so I've seen this used as foliage, or is like engine exhaust, or is like a blaster energy. It has multiple uses, so that's kind of neat. And there are these little like exhaust pipes you can move. And then this part spins. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it does. I really like putting the eye pieces inside this iridescent bit. It doesn't have them on the bottom, it just has eyes on the top, but it's on both sides. It's really cool the way they do that. And there are these claws around the engine part, or I guess teeth. It's not really determinable what those are. Anyways, she's dragging sails as the mast. This one's kind of in the way, so I'm just gonna break it off for now. Actually, well, this whole section comes off, so I don't really need to break that mast off. But, okay. Oops, that breaks off easily. Here, I'll put those back on then. The only thing underneath that, or that whole thing is held on by an axle and a couple studs. If you start here, there's a lock. Push down that, pries his chest up. This is one of those Minecraft chests, so it's flat. And that's really useful as a piece now. I didn't really think about that before this set, but that's a really easy way to hide something. There's just gold bars, and then you hide it underneath the main cabin area. And that just pushes up on the axle. Anyways, so on here, up here, there's Nightmare King's throne. It seems almost cloud-like, in my opinion, though from the back you can see there's a skull here. Just around this makes it seem cloudy. I don't know if that's intentional or not. It just does to me. I think it's just the use of these 3 pieces that does that. There are these adjustable things with lanterns on them on all sides. The steering wheel can be adjusted up and down. They use handcuffs as like the banister, which I think is a cool technique. And you got down here, the door is an eyeball. You can detach that. I like to picture these as tentacles. You could also picture them as teeth. They rotate around on it. It can like crawl around on them, but I like to picture it's like a jellyfish eye almost. It just sort of floats away. Anyways, pry this open. There's a rabbit being held captive along with a harpoon gun, another gun that's not a harpoon gun, and what is called hourglass. Let's see how that latches back up. Shove the eye back in there. The eye is just held in by those 2 hooks. And you can set that back on the ship if it will go back on. There we go. And that's that. Now there's an alt build, which we will get to in a moment. I don't know if I was trying to do a cool cut here or not, however, anyways, we'll cut to that now. Alright, here's the alternate build. So, actually we have 2 builds here, because the eyeball thing got wings added to it. And so it's got little feet, or its feet are a different angle now. It's not really a jellyfish anymore, it's more like a bat. And the wings can flap. And there's like studs there, so you could like have the eyes grab onto someone. Or not. It was also have the instructions out, because I just built this. And while I was building it, I made remember how goofy the instructions are. Like, look at, there's just artwork all over the instructions like this. And I love that so much. I forgot to mention that in the first half. That's why I saw the instructions out. You can even see it on the front. I love this little art style. And so anyways, there's not too many changes. The wings that were up here somewhere, I forget exactly where they were like down here where these front wheels are. They got moved. Here, I'm angling this down. They got moved to the back, and now they just rotate forward and back like this. They're not on ball joints anymore. It's just forward and backwards motion. As you can see, there are wheels now, so it slides back and forth. And probably do it better on a surface that's not as solid as this, maybe, because these wheels aren't like tired or anything. You have 2 crow's nests on top, and I've been reading Moby Dick recently, and there was an entire chapter where he was just talking about crow's nests, and so I was thinking about that while building this. So there's one up here replaced. One of the wings, the other wing was here, and it's been replaced by this thing, which turns, and has 2 cannons on it. The cannons look like they'd both be double-barreled, but only one barrel is actively shooting. But you can rotate around, both of them are on ball joints. You can angle around and point in different directions. It's actually pretty cool. I like this build a lot more than I thought it would. I do like the first one better, but this one, I remember seeing it, I was like, oh, it's not really that interesting of a build, but now that I'm looking at it, it is actually pretty interesting. But yeah, that's where this video is going to leave off. This is the last set I've had to review that I got before Christmas, so from here, it's all going to be Christmas stuff. Although it's going to be, like, January that I release all the Christmas stuff, but whatever, that doesn't matter. I'll see you all later. Alpha Veter's in.